going on, guys? It is Monday evening, about 5 p.m. Had a nice relaxing week last week. Pretty much ran, I think, like 16, 17 miles. I'm not really sure of my weekly distance, but pretty relaxed. I did do a 10-mile run Thursday night just to get some mileage for the weekend. We did Austin city limits last week, so Friday, Saturday, we went to the festival pretty much all day, and we arrived at noon and it was over at 10 by the time we got out of there back to the hotel. I think Friday night it was like midnight, and then Saturday got there at noon again all day, and then I think we got back to the hotel around 1 o'clock. Drove home yesterday and had a lazy day at the house. Took a nap, recovered, slept in today, just relaxed. I wanted to get out a little bit earlier because it is 5 p.m. Like I said, I wanted to get out earlier because this is Spartan week, essentially. First week of peak phase for the marathon, so that's cool. But also, this is Spartan week. So Friday, we'll be driving up to Dallas and checking in for the Spartan. And then Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m., the race starts. So I'll be probably heading towards the race, probably around like 4:45. Maybe get there around 5 o'clock. 50 kilometers. It's going to be fun. But so today's run is basically just going to be breaking in the shoes a little bit more. I wore the Zagamas on Saturday at the festival. I haven't ran in them yet, so I'm gonna break them in a little bit now, and then should be good to go. I'm at a little park near the house. It's like 2 or 3 miles from the house. Very, very little elevation gain. So my plan is to just do a few miles here, maybe like 2 or 3 loops in the park. Should be like 4 or 5 miles. And then depending on how I feel, I might go back to the house. I was thinking about changing my shoes and doing some loops in the neighborhood, maybe up and down some of those like hilly roads to get some elevation training. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, catch you guys later. Give you guys a little scenery here. This is like the main hill in the whole park, just going down into the park. And then I think overall it's less than 50 feet for a mile and a half, but I'll judge it and let you guys know. But yeah, just a basic trail. It's not even really technical or anything. It's just dirt paths. But it says Daniel's Loop right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go this direction because I went that other direction last time. So I'm gonna go this direction, and I'll touch back with you guys in a bit. What's going on, guys? About a quarter mile in. Just trying to figure out these loops. Feel pretty good though. Whew. All right, guys, so I did the let me see if I can get a shot of it. I did Daniel's Loop just now. Came out to 0.36 miles, 17 gain, 9 descent. And I went counterclockwise. 4 minutes took to run that loop. I'm gonna look at my Strava because I know there's a different loop that's longer, and then I'm gonna run that one and time that one. but I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I couldn't really figure out the distance, so I'm just gonna have to run it and map it. But this is supposedly called Rachel's Trail, and it's more of like an outer loop. And then, yeah, it blends in with Daniel's trail, whatever it is, Daniel's loop. But I'm gonna run this outer loop to try to get a better sense of the perimeter, and then I'll touch base once I get back to this, to the start point. All right. See y'all. Hey guys, so I just finished the outer loop here. It's kind of like 3 trails in one, but looks like it was 109 miles. Time was about 13 minutes, and elevation gain was somewhere around 85. Not really sure, but I'm gonna run it again just to make sure everything checks. I think I'm gonna run it twice. I'm gonna do reverse loops just to time it, but not too bad. See y'all in a bit. Okay, so I was wondering how to loop this, and I don't really know how to like manually loop my watch anything over a mile, because it automatically loops every mile. So what I'll do is I'll just change sport on the Garmin, and then it'll just show up on Strava as like 5 or 6 different runs, but it'll be a multi-sport on Garmin. That way I can get like a good, accurate representation of the distance and the elevation gain / decline or loss each direction. So I'm gonna loop it same way I just did, and then I'm going to loop it reverse and see how those were, and that should get me I don't know where exactly I'll be, probably around like 3.5 miles, but we'll see. All right, guys, so I just finished up, did about 5 miles. Felt pretty good. Not too fast, not too slow, just cruising, just trying to stay active for this upcoming weekend. But I did lap the perimeter of the park. Both directions was 107. I think counterclockwise was 63 feet gain and 46 feet loss. And then clockwise was 57 gain, 56 loss. So the main difference is like right there at the start. There's a pretty deep decline. So if you run clockwise, you're going down there. And if you run counterclockwise, you're ending coming up there. So that's the difference in elevations. But not too shabby, I guess. Trying to think if I were to do like a 10-mile run out here. Or 10-mile run would be about a little over 9 laps. And 63, that would be like 500 and something feet of elevation gain. Texas is flat, y'all. Especially San Antonio. San Antonio is flat. I used to do this run, Peanut Adobe in Vacaville, and just 5 miles was more elevation than I can get anywhere here. But overall, good Monday. I might do a couple leg workouts when I get back to the house, just to, you know, get a little bit of stress on the muscles. I have 4 days and like 11 hours until this run, or no, 12 hours. 4 days and 12 hours exactly until I start. So, successful run today. Try to do a little bit of a workout, just body weight when I get home. And then tomorrow morning, I will be doing a strength workout, my final strength workout. It's gonna be kind of a push-pull blend. Tomorrow afternoon, I will run again on the street. And then Wednesday morning, I'll do some sort of workout. It's probably gonna just be like an easy run. Might do some light calisthenics or something. But that's it. That's Monday for you guys. 4.5 days until the Spartan Ultra race. I am super excited and I am super nervous because I let marathon prep take over my training and I am not prepared for this, but we're gonna figure it out. Do tough shit. All right, see y'all. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday afternoon. I didn't get around to working out this morning. Basically, I stayed up late last night and then slept in this morning and chose not to work out. I had the intentions of working out at work. However, when I went to go work out at the gym, they had it locked, so I wasn't able to work out at the gym. So I am going to do a quick workout here in the garage. We have the rack here. I'll kind of show you guys some of that stuff. But I'm gonna do a quick workout in the garage and then I'll go for a run, and that might be the rest or the last bit of my workouts for the week leading up to Spartan. It's like 3.5 days from today, or from right now. I don't know exactly what time it is, but 3.5 days from right now. So I have to figure out if I'm going to do anything the next couple days, but today might be my last bit. Not trying to do anything crazy, not trying to develop strength or anything like that. Just trying to activate the muscles, get some blood flowing and all that stuff. And then Saturday morning, we're gonna have a crazy time. But anyways, let me show you guys what I got going on here in the garage. All right, here it is. This is our weight rack that we got from Amazon. It's Major Fitness. I'm not sure exactly which rack it is. Might be able to put that in the video edited in later. But basically, Major Fitness rack. It has the pull-up bars on top. Unfortunately, it's like 7 feet, so it's kind of hard for me to do pull-ups on it. We have the cable pulley system on the front. You have a full squat rack inside. Cable pulley system's back there. It's manual, so we have several of these 1-inch diameter plates that we pretty much use for the pulley system, and then I lubricate it pretty much every time I work out. You do have the safety bars here for the squat rack. We don't use them because we actually put the bars out here We're not really heavy, like crazy lifters, power lifters. So we don't really do that. We just put the bar on the outside, go from there. Down here, you have the footholds, so you can do cable rows. Over here, you have, if I move this preacher setup, you have this hammer bar here, so you can put a barbell in there, do like hammer press, single arm, you know what I'm saying? We have the cap adjustable dumbbells right there. Here's the base over here. I have to build a stand for it, but essentially it goes up to 55 pounds each. Here we have our weights options. This is an old, just a regular old steel plate that I used to have. That one is mainly an anchor for the battle rope. So whenever I use the battle rope, I'll usually tie it through that anchor. That way the battle rope doesn't move. Up here we have our adjustment bar, like our kind of our accessories. So have some stuff hanging here and some grips, like a bar pad, and then just a regular like curl bar. Here's for like T-bar row, whatever you want to call it, regular lat pull down. We have some wrist straps here, more wrist straps there, and then some of Nell's accessories down there. As I mentioned, this is the preacher curl adjustment. I don't really work out that much in here, and Nell doesn't really use it. I'm sorry for the mess. I need to clean up the garage, but this is our weight bench. It does have the quad extension and the or leg extension for the quads, and then it also has the lying hamstring. I'm kind of too tall to use them, but they work for Nell and the kids. And then the bench goes down to be a little bit below, like a little slight decline. Here's our barbell. It's currently set up with 50 pounds, 145. She has the pad on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't remember exactly. I bought, for the weights, I bought 245s, 235s, 215s, and 210s. So what is that? 90, 160, and the 25. So 260. A 260 set. We also have some accessory bars, like the 1-inch accessory bars. We basically use these because there's a lot of shifting and moving of weights around. So we like to use those for smaller weights, 20-pound bar. So that's like a 40-pound barbell right there with the little with the curl bar. The tiny little one here, I think is like a 5-pound bar. And then we also have some over here. So we got those set up with 10s. We have a 2.5, so that's a 5-pounder with the bar. And then here we have 2 10s and 2 10s with the bar. So that's, I don't know, 55 pounds. I also have a bar, a sandbag in the back right there, but I don't really use it because I'm lazy. There's a mirror and me. Hi, hello. And then we also have this mirror that I bought on Amazon and installed. But that's the gym, the home gym. What are you doing? Okay. Vanilla ice cream and book. Bye. What is your problem? So yeah, that's pretty much it. For the most part, it does what we need it to do. Anyways, I am going to do a quick body workout, mainly upper body, some lower body. I don't want to tax my legs too much because I'm also going to run after this, and I want to be fresh come Saturday morning. Yeah.
what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why.
This is Nell on the hoverboard. You're lucky I don't want to move this camera. All right, y'all. So I did a very quick workout. I just wasn't feeling the workout very much. But like I said, the initial idea of it was to just get the muscles activated, blood moving, because I had a pretty lazy week last week. At this point, I'm not building any additional strength, so it is what it is. I also do not want to fatigue myself to the point where I wake up sore. And being as I don't do a lot of strength training right now in the marathon prep, especially upper body, the last thing I need is to do like a hard upper body workout and then wake up with DOMs in like 2-3 days. And then, just have to deal with that for 10 hours or so, 10, 11 hours. So that said, I am going to go for a run. I changed into the Glycerin 21s. These are pretty much my daily shoe now. I used to not like these, but now I kind of like them. I would love to replace them. However, gotta prioritize the spending. You know what I'm saying? Not getting paid right now. Anyways, I'm gonna go out for a jog. I don't know exactly how long I'm gonna go. Probably just gonna go until I feel like stopping. Don't really have a lot of mileage goals this week because I'm gonna have a crap ton of mileage on Saturday. So just gonna run until I don't feel like it anymore. I do want to do a few hills though, so I am going to prioritize hills on this run just to get some in the workout. But other than that, that's it. So as I've said a couple times already in this episode, I have a Spartan Ultra race in roughly about 84 hours. And it's going to be a challenge. Definitely a challenge. I didn't do a lot of trail running in this prep. To be honest, I didn't prep for a Spartan race at all. At least a distance Spartan race. I've mainly prioritized running because of the marathon. And the reason for that was because I've never run a marathon. I had never run more than a 10K prior to signing up for the marathon. I had never run a 10 mile. I'd never run a half marathon. I'd only run a 10K. And I had only done that once in my life outside of Spartan race. I've done 27 Spartan races in my life, but never really, like, I've run them in distances between, like, obviously the sprint is a 5K, the super is a 10K, and the beast is a half marathon. But I've never actually run a full Spartan race. You know, my general plan when it comes to a Spartan race is to run the downs, walk the ups. When I say downs, pretty much like run the flat stuff, run the mild downs. But then, you know, you walk the inclines, save your legs. So I think the most I usually run on a Spartan race is like 60, 65% of it. So I had never really run more than 6.25 miles. And so when I signed up for this Spartan race, it was back in May. I had made my mind up a long time ago that I wanted to do a Spartan Ultra. And I had done trifectas, weekend trifectas. I had done like 2 supers in a day. So the next step up when it comes to Spartan is the Ultra. So back in May, I went to the Austin Spartan weekend. I did 2 supers on Saturday. And then I've always wanted to do the Dallas Ultra. If you know me, I don't have a lot of ties to Dallas, but I've unfortunately been a Dallas Cowboys fan for like 30 years. So Dallas was kind of like the place I wanted to do my first Ultra. I almost did it at San Luis Obispo, but nope. So Dallas will be my first Ultra. And so I registered for the Ultra in May. And then a couple weeks later, my friend convinced me to sign up for the San Antonio Spartan, or San Antonio Marathon, sorry. So I didn't just jump to 10 miles. I didn't just jump to half, 13.1 miles. I didn't just jump to 20 miles. I jumped straight to 26.2. And to be honest, it scares the crap out of me. So my main focus for the last 5 months has been on running. And I've gotten a lot better at it. You know, like my pace, not too much better, but my distance, way better. So that's a good thing. I am still obviously in my marathon prep. So I still have room to grow. Still got cardio to build, still have distance to build, and all that fun stuff. But I also have about 8 weeks to do so. Spartan Ultra, on the other hand, I got 3 days. And I didn't plan for it. My mentality for it was essentially, I've done dozens of Spartan races. I can get through it. It's just double, you know? And admittedly, I slacked on my training, strength-wise. The race this weekend has, I think, like 4,100 feet of elevation gain over about 32 miles, give or take a couple. I think, I'm not sure on this part, but I think Sunday is another probably close to 1,000 feet and an extra about 10 miles. So it's gonna wreck me for sure, but I think I can do it. Just gotta be determined, be smart, take it easy, don't injure myself. That's the main thing. It's not injuring myself. I wanted to do Spartan Ultra. If I can't complete every obstacle, I've still done the Spartan Ultra because I will do every penalty I need to do to complete it. And then moving forward, I can always sign up again to compete with myself later on. That's kind of where my mentality's at right now for the Spartan race. Number 1, do not get injured. Number 2, complete. Number 3, be true to myself. Obviously, I want to do the best I can. I want to compete. I want to finish high in my age group and all that stuff. But ultimately, as long as I end that race with a finishing belt buckle and injury free, I'll be happy. I haven't really mentioned it yet, but next weekend is the longest run of my prep with the group. Sorry for the bounce. I have to change hands. Anyways, my goal this weekend, like I was saying, is to come home with that buckle and to drive home on Monday with no injuries. If I can do those two, it'll be a successful weekend, and then continue prepping for this marathon. I'm at 261 right now. I've been cruising. There's been some walking because my phone filled up. I had to clear some storage to finish this video. I'm just gonna keep cruising for a little while. See how far I want to